Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Power Rankings. It's me, your Commissioner Nick. It's week 10 already. We only have 4 weeks left of the regular season. Playoff races are heating up. Let's see where everybody ranks this week. Whoop! 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 Number 12. Bad luck, Jerry. Jerry's team lost again this week, but it was close. The team only lost by about 60 points. Any team facing Jerry should win by at least 65 or 70, so Jerry was in this game. Our representative from the NFC East mistakenly started Darius Slayton from his favorite team, and that amounted to just 1.8 points. Jerry's now 3-6 and tied for the worst record in the league. But Jerry got some help this week as the Implication and the Kentucky Wildcats both lost, so Jerry's not dead yet. Number 11. Whoop! The Pretender. The Implication lost again this week, falling short against a short-handed Borat team. Matthew Stafford, Robert Dunyan, and Henry Shrugs all should be released after they all failed to be even average this week. My team is now just 3-6 on the year, tied for the worst record in the league, and Christian McCaffrey is hurt again. This team doesn't live up to the name of the once prestigious franchise, so we will rebrand to the Pretender, as many GMs already refer to us as. Number 10. Whoop! Team Never Lucky. The reigning, defending, undisputed champion of Bad Company, Dan lost his 4th in a row to fall to 4-5 on the season. David Montgomery fumbled this game with just 5.2 points, and Michael Thomas underwhelmed in his return. Dan got off to a real fast start this year, but he is crashing hard and playoffs aren't even a given anymore. Can our reigning champion get back on track? Number 9. The Process. Ryan's team somehow, someway, got another lucky win this week, despite only scoring 95 points. Ryan continues to get no production out of his running backs, as Jamichael Wasty and Justin for the first snap Jackson combined for a lowly 3.3 points. However, this was a huge win for the Process, as they are now 4-5 on the year and remain a game ahead of both Oliver and Luke, who are coming on strong. Let's see if Ryan can keep it going. Number 8. Kentucky Wildcats. Brad's team falls to 3-6 on the year after falling short in a crucial game for playoff implications against Harambe. Melvin Gordon really cost the team this week with his 3.7-point letdown. Tampa's defense also scored a -1, and we all know defense wins championships, so that's just not going to cut it. Now behind 2 teams for the 8th playoff spot, it's do or die time if this team wants to make the playoffs. Number 7. PAPIS prize possession. Brophy must have used Adam Gase's hyperdrive offense this week because he only scored 60 points in his loss against Ryan. Tom Brady looked deader than Jerry's playoff chances, and Mark Blandrews continued to be bland. Pretty surprising considering Aaron Jones returned from injury, making you think maybe this team is better without him. Now 5-4 on the year, but still in firm control of a playoff spot. Number 6. R.I.P. Harambe. Oliver's team won again this week, making it his longest winning streak of the season at 2 games. Ben Affleck Roethlisberger survived the injury scare and old reliable, while Devontae I Wish I Had'ems and Thrill Fuller caught all the passes and scored all the points. Now tied for the final playoff spot, can Oliver stay hot and keep his playoff streak alive? Number 5. When Legends Rise. When Legends Rise lost their 2nd straight game this week in embarrassing fashion against Beans. Russell Wilson handed this game away with his 4 turnovers against Buffalo, and Dexter Williams was so bad he doesn't even get a punt. Now, 5-4 on the season and trending backwards. Can Frank the Tank regain his composure and steer this ship back on track? Number 4. Whoop! King of the Hill V2. Luke's team picked up their 2nd straight win with a slaughter against Jerry. Gosh Allen and Tyreek Thrill exploded to combine for over 70 points and allowed Derrick Henry to take a breather this week on offense. Mr. 500 is really picking up steam now with the playoffs right around the corner. He now actually holds a playoff spot, owning the tiebreaker for points scored. Big matchup this week against When Legends Rise. Number 3. Maybe next year. Maybe when? This year. Lance's team won for the 4th straight time, defeating Dan in the game of the week. Big game for Lance's receivers as Keenan Stallion, Curtis Samuel, CDO Black Betty, Bam Balam all caught a touchdown. It's time we all start respecting Lance's team a little bit more. And now, Nick Chubb is back. Let's see if he can keep it going. Number 2, Beans eating beans. Beans rebounded this week with a win to move to 6-3 on the season. Scary McLaurin had a big game, putting up 24 points, and now will definitely Travis Kelce this team in the playoffs. I think it would be smart to give the starters some rest this week instead of starting them against my team. You definitely don't want to have any injuries at this point in the year. And number 1, Borat very nice. Wah wah wee wah. A short-handed Borat very nice. Won yet again, making it 9 in a row to start the year. Kyler Murray must be the money. Jerry Beauty led the way this time as Zeke Elliott was banged up and had a tough matchup against Pittsburgh. Not to mention, Calvin Ridley was out and Tyler Boyd was on a bye. I'm not sure if anyone is going to be able to take down the king of the castle. So let's take a look at our updated playoff bracket if the season ended today. Few notes here. Luke's team jumped into the 8th spot after his dreadful start. He would face his older brother Hunter as the 1 seed, who has just about locked that position up. The other division leader, Frank, would be the 2 seed, but still a lot to play for in that division. Remember, division winners get a portion of the winnings at the end of the season. Now let's take a look at our tank tracker. And we're actually going to take Lance off this slide this week because he just does not deserve to be there. As you can see, Ryan and Luke jump up this week. Meanwhile, Brad and myself each slid further back. Also, Oliver is now right behind the 8th seed. I'm sorry, we'll show you right there. He's the first team out at this point if he tries to keep his 6-year playoff streak alive. But most importantly, no team is out of it and no team is tanking. So my predictions went 4-2 last week to bring my record to 31-23 on the year. So here are our games this week for week 10. We've got Beans eating beans against my very own The Pretender. I'm actually going to favor myself with this one as Beans has a lot of players on the bye, but I'm going to take Beans eating beans to defeat my team because my team just doesn't have it this year. Then we've got the Kentucky Wildcats versus the undefeated Borat Very Nice, who also has a lot of players on the bye, but he's undefeated. He's got to be favored. I'm going to take Borat in this one. Then we've got maybe next year against Bad Luck Jerry, and you know where I'm going with this one. You can never pick Jerry. We're going to take Lance's team to win again. Then we've got the Process versus Team Never Lucky. Dan's team's favored by 10 points. We're going to take Dan's team to defeat Ryan in this one. He just doesn't put up enough points. It's going to be a trap game, though. We'll see. Then in our last game, we've got RIP Harambe versus Poppy's Prize Possession. I'm going to take Poppy's team to bounce back. He usually wins one, lose ones, at least as of late. And Oliver's getting a little too hot right now. I think he's going to take a step back, even though he's favored in this one. And in the game of the week, we've got King of the Hill V2, that's Luke's team, but 3-6 on the year, taking on One Legends Rise. Both of these teams don't get a lot of respect in the league, but it's going to be interesting. We've got Luke's team 3rd in points per game. Meanwhile, my dad's team is 7th. I'm going to predict Luke wins here and stays hot. He's got to get back to 500 on the year, and that's what I'm going to go with. And that's our show. Thank you, everybody, for watching.